Hey guys, my name is Logan, and today my micro lecture will be on analyzing the film The Dallas Buyers Club and discussing the Right to Try Act, an act that I believe was very prevalent in this movie. So we're going to start off with a summary. An electrician by the name of Ron Woodruff learns that he has AIDS and is only given 30 days to live. The setting for this movie is around the mid-1980s, so AIDS would have been very prevalent at this time. This rough and tough cowboy type, refusing to give up on his fate, seeks out alternative therapies, and this leads him to Mexico, where he gets an assortment of drugs that actually helps him, and he lives past his 30 days given to him by a U.S. doctor, and 3 months later, he's looking to come back to the U.S. and sell the drugs that he got from this Mexican doctor, looking to make a profit and also help his fellow AIDS patients. This leads him to join forces with a fellow AIDS patient by the name of Rayon, and they start selling their own set of prescriptions to people in need. This venture was soon called the Dallas Buyers Club. So what was the Dallas Buyers Club? What were its main goals? So to be a member of this club, you had to pay $400 a month, and you would get the same assortment of unapproved drugs that would prolong Ron Woodruff's life and many other people's lives. These drugs included peptide T, which was an experimental drug used to treat AIDS-related dementia. This drug was heavily prevalent throughout the movie. Ron himself used this drug very often, and this drug helped to prolong his life and many others. Another motive of the Dallas Buyers Club was to fight against the FDA and their recently approved drug, AZT, which had horrible negative side effects, including anemia. This also caused severe bone marrow toxicity. The FDA's response and the Right to Try Act. So the tactics displayed in this movie by the FDA showed dramatic raids and confiscation of any unapproved drugs, and also multiple fines on Ron himself and his business for not having the proper citations to have these unapproved drugs in the United States. In actuality, though, in real life, it was more about illegal and court battles than anything else. So the movie depicted dramatic raids, but it was more about the court battles in real life. After Ron was raided multiple times by the FDA, he eventually took them to court. He was unsuccessful in this venture in allowing the importation of peptide T to be made legal, but the courts did allow him to take peptide T to prolong his life. What is the Right to Try Act? The Right to Try Act allows terminally ill patients to access experimental treatments that have not yet been approved by the FDA. This was signed into law 2018, so pretty far in the future from the events of the movie, but it did eventually end up happening. So terminally ill patients can now access unapproved drugs from the FDA with no drawbacks from the FDA. My thoughts on this movie: I really enjoyed this movie. I really didn't know what it was about, but when I sat down to watch it, I was really impressed. I thought this movie highlighted the complexity of the FDA drug approval system. It shows the healthcare industry from a more business-oriented point of view, and this also aligns with ethical debates surrounding patient autonomy and the right to choose how they're treated. And these are my sources. So thank you for tuning in to my video. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.